I'm going to click record. So, okay, now we're recording. I should have recorded the first part. But anyway, this is, like I said, just the training, like on how I schedule my Facebook posts. So before I do this, wait, what did I do? Oh no, now I lost you guys. What did I just do? Okay, can you see me? I don't know what I just did. Hold on. I'm going to share my screen. Okay, so can you guys see my screen? Give me a thumbs up if you can. Awesome. All right, so what I do is, why can't I move this freaking thing? All right, I'm gonna move this thing down here. Before I do anything, I like to before you schedule anything, you have to set up the event first in your Facebook page. Okay, so I go to my events, and now these are all of my Facebook parties that I have set up for February. What I like to do in the beginning of the month, because obviously we're front loading our calendar, don't forget that. 2 weeks ahead, before the month ahead, I always like to try and front load my calendar with whatever type of parties I can, but I just so happen to have these Facebook parties for February. Excuse me. I'm going to keep coughing as I do this. So I set everything up all at once, like in the beginning of the month at some point, and I literally copy and paste everything just to save myself time. Okay, if you have a lot of parties, you could just copy and paste each description and then tweak it by like changing the name and the party link and stuff. So these are my parties that I have, and you have to set these up ahead of time in order for Cinchshare to pull the information. So here's our party, the Real Consultants of Wax Slinging 60-minute. And you can see that there's really not much in here yet, right? Just the stuff that I posted so far. So what I do is I go to cinchshare.com. Once you guys get the hang of this, it's such a time saver. Okay, so I've already done a number of scheduling with my posts, so there's a lot of information that it could pull from. But when you first do this, it's going to look empty. And it took me a while to figure out exactly how to do this because it looks very confusing. But once you get the hang of it, it's really easy. And of course, I'm here to show you with the training, but there's also lots of tutorials on YouTube if you ever get stuck. That's pretty much how I learned too. And Cinchshare themselves, they have an awesome blog, and they also have their own like tutorials and trainings with like step-by-step walkthroughs and stuff. So what you're going to do is, this is going to take you to like your page where you're going to schedule all your posts. Okay, here on the side is basically going to be, you can network or filter through the different parties that you have. So if I put it in, oh well, you see it's not pulling from there, that's why. Okay, so let's do this first. You first have to connect it to your parties. All right, so if you go up here to this little icon, are you sure I want to leave this page? Yes. I think it's asking because I thought I was in a thing. So this is going to pull from all of your information. You have to click refresh first each time you do this. Like each time you want to add a new event or a new party, you have to click refresh. Excuse me. It's going to take a minute. And then you can literally like highlight wherever you want to pull it from. So I go my name. And now it can pull, you could basically schedule something to post in an album, like anything. So it's literally going to pull from everything from your Facebook. By the way, there is a paid version. I think I have there is a free version rather. I think I have the paid version. The free version might just be limited on how many times you can post or something like that. I want to say that it's $5 to $10 a month for this. I forget. But that would be totally up to you. To me, it's worth it because I'm getting a lot of parties and it saves me a lot of time and headaches. So you just determine that, but I'm most positive they have a free version. So down here, if you scroll down, you'll have all of the events that you've ever, like these are the ones that basically I've set up on here. So you have to click this little heart right here and make it black. So I actually want to do, oh, you know why? Okay, so it's not in my events, because it's not a regular private event I created. It's actually in our group, right? So I'm going down to the group, Real Consultants of Wax Slinging, and it should be, where is it? Oh, right here, events in Real Consultants of Wax Slinging. So you see how it kind of like categorizes it? So if I click black, now that's there, and now it will pull from there. So what I like to do, if you go to the schedule page. So this is if you're like setting up your first post ever, okay? You can set the date that you want it to go. So I'm gonna do today only because I want to show you how it pulls up on the page. So it's 10:06. I'm gonna set it for like, I don't know, 10:08, okay? And then you set it on where you want it to post to. So here, for me, usually it's up here in the events, but because this is an event in our group, it's down here. So I'm gonna sit there. And let's say, you know, you can choose whatever picture or whatever you want to upload. So, I don't know. Let me see what I got here. I work on a Mac, but this you will work on a PC too. So for whatever you're gonna do, I don't know. I only have a few pictures in here that I started creating. Oh wait, whatever. Let's say I want to use this picture, and I want to say something like join. You could type your message up here. Join the live event on 1:30 at 9:30, whatever. I'm just using that as an example. You could type literally whatever you want in there. And you'll see as I do the party, the things that I put, like what I type in there, but I'm just using that as an example. You could also create categories, like different, like, I don't really use these, but if you wanted to have it in a category where like your first pre-party post, you know, you can set it like that, or like a closing post or engagement, like literally you could do whatever you want. I was playing around with these, but I honestly don't really use them. So it's set there. This is the time you want it to go. There's my picture. There's my event. And all I do is schedule post. Your post is past due. Come on. It's not 10. Oh, it literally just turned 10:08. What the hell? All right. So it's 10:09. Let's see. All right. So now in 1 minute, we're going to go on Facebook and we're going to see it's going to show up in that event. And everybody who's not on this call is going to be very confused by that picture. They're going to be like, I thought it was today, not on, or Wednesday. So that's really all that it is just doing it like that, one by one. So here, and then you can actually filter through which party you want to look at. So if I want to search through that one, like it's going to pull up all the posts in, you know, in the date that they're scheduled to come on here in that party, right? So I'll show you in a second how I use that. But this is that. And now here, the manage post, I use this thing a lot too. I'm honestly not really familiar with this or this or this. Like I haven't really played around with it. So if you want to go ahead and play around with it and figure out what those buttons are, by all means, go for it. But I just use basically the manage post option, my networks, because this is where you're going to link all your parties, and then you schedule a new post. But mainly it's the manage posts in here. So if you go to manage posts, well, first let's go back to the party. Okay, so now it's 10:09. It should have gone there. So go to events and see, now it's there, like right in one shot. And I didn't even have to post that. Like it's literally a freaking time saver. And the more parties that you do like this, like if you notice, like look at my parties here. They're all the same. Like I do not waste my time creating different images, different whatever. Like that is too much of a time consumer. Like I can't. And because I do a lot of Facebook parties, I have to try and make it as simple as I can for me, but also fun for my hostesses too. And also know that like I'm not killing myself. So all my parties, they all have the same cover, you know. I mean, I may tweak it like with the date and, you know, stuff like that. But for the most part, they're all the same, other than like the name of the hostess and the party. Like, my pre-party post, the day of, and then the live video is just the only thing that's different. But I do the same type of thing. So going back into Cinchshare, down at this manage posts right here, this is going to show you basically all of the history that's ever been posted before. And then if you click pending, these are any pending posts that you have. I don't even know what this is because this is all the way back from August. So why is that pending? And if you happen to save any post. So up here, you can actually filter where you want it to pull from. So This option I really love because you can schedule multiple posts at a time. So I'm going to schedule our party now, our Real Consultants, a Wax Slinging party that's happening on Wednesday. I'm going to schedule that ahead of time now, the way I would normally schedule a party. So I'm just going to pull it from a previous party that I did. I did the other day, this girl, Catherine. So Catherine's 60-minute party. This is everything that was on her party that night. You can see it's really not like anything crazy. These posts, let me just move this down here. These here are what I want to put on here now, okay? So these first posts, I always do an introduction. I always talk about what a Facebook party is. I always talk about what Scentsy is. I put up a post of like someone with their Scentsy. Those are like my two friends from like a long time ago, and I still use that picture. And then I just put up like something else. So these are going to be like my automatically posts that are in the party before I even add a hostess. Okay, so what I like to do is click those, and this is from a previous party that I've done, okay? So I click the ones that I want in there today as I'm setting it up before I add my hostess. And if you go up here to the top, this little 3 lines, you can do batch post, and it's going to take all 5 of those posts that I just clicked. And this is the beauty right here. You can actually schedule all of those posts to go in at once. So I want that to go to our mock party. I'm going to say today, okay, it's 10:12. I'm going to set it for 10:14. Hopefully I can have time to do that in that time, just so that you guys can see. Actually, you know what? Let me set it for 10. Let me set it for 10. Actually, no, I'll set it like for 10:16. Just because that I want to show you how I go in and tweak it. So set it however you want, but I'm going to set it because I want those particular posts to go in today. I don't want them to go in, you know, down the week, because then they won't be there. These ones I always have on the party before I add the hostess. So apply interval. The interval is just like it posted at, you know, whatever time, and then a minute later the next one posted a minute later. Like that's applying the interval that way. You could set a new interval however you want. Then I do schedule batch. And now if I go here, I'm going to pull up my party, the one that I just scheduled. And this is everything that I just scheduled that's pending to go. So before this schedules, I want to make sure I go in and edit it. And you can actually click this up here in this little thing. If you guys have questions, by the way, feel free, obviously use the chat box. So here, like I said, it pulled it from another party. And I have here on the right, you can filter it again. So I just want it to pull up only the mock party. So this is all stuff that's pending, and I'm going to edit it one by one. So this is my first post on my page. I always have an introduction, like I said. This is an old picture. I now use a picture of me and my family, but you can use whatever you want. So it's just a little bit of my Scentsy story, and I think it's so important to do that, especially through Facebook, because you want people to see who you are, that you're a real person, why you're in this business, blah, blah, blah. So that's there. Then I have that scheduled at the time. Okay, so it's going to go off at 10:16, schedule a post. This is going to ask you, you could go back to that page we were just on, but I don't want to because I like to edit it here. So I'm going to say no. Then down here, it's going to be my next post that comes up. So all you do is click this little down arrow and do edit post. And then this is, again, from a previous party. So I'm just going to alter it to this hostess's party, which in this case is our mock party. So it's a 60-minute party on I forget. What the hell is the date? The 8th? The 8th. Okay, so this is a 60-minute party on February 8th from 9:30 to 10:30. And of course, or did I say is the party? I forget what time the party is. I just want to put 10. Okay. So yeah, that's actually going to be another late night. Again, you guys, I apologize about that. But, you know, the problem is why I do this so late, because my husband works during the week and my children do not go to sleep until like almost 10 o'clock. And I would have never told myself that like a year ago. My kids will never be up that late. But anyway, side note. So, and that's only because it's just crazy getting the two of them down without him. But anyway, so this is all I really do. And then it says, and then we're going to help your hostess, the girl Lauren I pulled it from. So we're going to help your hostess, Real Consultants, a Wax Slinging, we'll say, earning lots of free and half price Scentsy, blah, blah, blah. and then this is here. So then you just do schedule post. You make sure it's on the right event, the right time, schedule post. And then I go on to the next one, edit post. This one is just, you know, asking if I heard a Scentsy. There's nothing really that I need to tweak in here. So I just do, again, schedule post. Same thing for this. Look how happy these ladies are. I'm going to take this out because I don't use that anymore. And then schedule post. I just like to always make sure it's scheduled for the right time. So before you hit schedule post, make sure you always double check the time, the date, and then where you want it scheduled, okay? You could also do multiple like things, like multiple parties at a time. But sometimes I find when I do that, it gets well, what's going on here? I feel like did somebody unmute their thing? Anyway, all right. So then down here, edit post. This is the last one. January, let's say February is the best time to attend a Scentsy party for, I'm going to say real consultants of wax slinging. Because, see, now last time I had, because we have 25 fragrances that are returning, but this month it's something different. So, because we have an amazing catalog sale all throughout the month, plus so many other specials. It's whatever you want to put. Who's ready, right? Schedule post. And this, oh, you know what? I actually should show you that. Let me go back in and edit it. So here, this photo URL, or this video right here, this I actually pulled from Scentsy's Facebook page. They have like a video on their love list, and I just went on their Facebook page to that video. I copied the link right up here, and then I just pasted it in here, and it pulled that video so that that video is going to show up on the party page, and you'll see what that looks like. So I schedule it, and now it's 10:18. I said I was going to schedule for 10:18, right, or 10:16. So it should be on there, or at least some of it should be. Yes, see, it's on there. Okay, so these are the posts that I like to have. I'm going to delete this. Okay, these are the posts that I like to have. Like I said, my introduction, what they're going to need. I mean, you could pull images literally from anywhere. I think I got this just on Google. Like, you can literally get them from anywhere. I do recommend you using your own images. Like, honestly, this is just something that I've been using for a really long time, since I've been doing Facebook parties. And I actually have been meaning to make my own images for things like this, which again, I'll have a separate tutorial on how I make my flyers. But the only reason why I have this is because it's just something that I've been using. But you can see everything is here. What did it, what is Scentsy, whatever. And then the next post should be coming up. And that is honestly pretty much it. Like, you can kind of just filter, see what you have. Oh, okay. So now we got to schedule the upcoming parties. So it's pretty much the same thing. So that's everything that I wanted on the party, like now. I don't want to see if that went up. Yeah, like you can see it's all starting to go. All right, so while that goes, go back to the Manage Post page. Sorry, I click fast too, so hopefully this is not too bad for you guys. Up here again to filter which party you want to look at. This is everything that's been posted already, and this is everything that's still pending. So that one's still pending. All right, so we'll wait for that. So I'm going to go back to that original party that I'm trying to copy from, which was Catherine's party. And I did all of these, right? So now I want to schedule like the upcoming party post, okay? So I have basically all of this stuff. And don't mind some of my flyers, like they look so bootleg, but whatever. I'm telling you, I'm in the process of like revamping my Facebook parties too. So, but I just do what works for now. Sometimes like we have to just wing it. Like, you can't just wait for things to be perfect. You kind of just have to work with what you got and do the best that you can. So, why is this pulling here? This shouldn't be here. Okay, so this is actually going to start Actually, you know, excuse me. This was a bad party to pull from because that one didn't have a particular post I want you to see. Hold on. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna pull from another one. Okay, so here, this is where I want to pull from. So normally with that, I usually have a warmer and scent of the month post on the party, like already before I add the hostess too as well. So I'm not going to end that right now, but I'll just show you everything else. Okay. Batch post. Okay. So this is everything up to go. So during the parties, I like to do like one post a day before leading up to the event. So just to kind of engage them, not something like, hey guys, get ready for the party. It's more things that are you're asking their opinion, or you want to get them involved in what it is that you're posting. Sometimes I'll post like a poll in there and I'll say, tell me your favorite scent types. Like I'll do things like that just to kind of get the guests engaging, because you want them commenting and liking and, you know, engaging in the things that you're posting rather than just seeing you being like, get ready guys, party's coming. Like they're not going to care about that. And this is all involved with like hostess coaching and stuff. So here, so when is the party? The 8th. So this, typically I'll have a post here. I'll do one on the 6th. I'll do one on the 7th. But this is pulling from, this is such a bad one to pull it from. I'm sorry, forgive me. Let me see what other parties I got here. One that I did that I know is like, oh, don't pull that. What'd you do? Sorry. Elisa, I think this one. Okay, this is perfect. All right. So it's going to be this, 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 this. Okay. But now it didn't do, all right, so we'll see, it didn't, where's my Shoppertunity post? It's not on here. All right, I'll go back to that. I'm going to batch post these. All right, so this one I want to start, because here's the party night. So this is the 8th, 7th, 6th, 5th. So actually one of these are, I mean, you could start it like however you want, but I'm going to start it, let's say the 5th, okay? Start it today. 10:25. Now, you can't just leave it like that. You have to go in and edit it, because otherwise it's going to pull that same information from that same party. It's going to pull, you know, your other hostess's party link or whatever. So again, you just pull up which party you are, just set it to, and go in and edit it, okay? So this is the party. It's pending. I like to do, like I said, like this one here. I actually, that girl, Kimberly Polito, who I put up on the events, like she had a video where she talked about her top 5 like tips on Facebook parties. She is like awesome with Facebook parties. I learned a lot from her actually. So at any time, feel free to go watch her videos too on YouTube, because she has lots of great ideas for Facebook parties and social media marketing in general. So this was, she had an image that was similar to this. So I just sort of did the same thing, but I made my own. And I just was asking them who wore it better. And it's a Gold Crush warmer with like a dress that looks like Gold Crush. So to make people laugh, to make them be like, oh, hey, what is this? This is interesting. That girl looks funny or whatever. I like to do things like that. That's just me, but you do whatever you want to do. So that's set today at that party, whatever. That's going to go off like right now. Schedule post. Why? Post is being delivered and can't be edited. Okay. That's annoying. That's never happened to me before. All right. So whatever. That one went. So the next one would be the next day. Okay. So this one, this just talks about choosing a lasting scent or whatever. There's nothing really to change in here, but I want this to go off, tomorrow night around 9 o'clock. That seems to be a time that people are on. By the way, I do my Facebook parties Mondays through Wednesdays during the week between 9 and 10 o'clock or 9:30 and 10:30 because most people have their children down for the night. They're done with work, they're done with dinner and all that stuff. And Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays, people are out doing things with their families, and you don't get much participation on Facebook parties. So I used to do like 12-hour parties on Saturdays and Sundays, and I killed myself. And just during the weekend, like people were always busy. I always had people be like, okay, I got stuff to do. I'll try and hop on later. You don't want that. Honestly, Monday through Wednesday is probably your best bet to do Facebook parties. That's the luck that I've had with it. So 9 p.m., I want that post to go off. Schedule for tomorrow. And then you just go one by one. So that's the only tedious part, is as you batch post everything, going in one by one and tweaking the post, just so that, your hostesses aren't, like, you don't have someone else's name on another person's party. I did that once before and I was like, oh no, and I quickly deleted it, or I quickly edited it. So just double check that like all the information is correct. But it does save time as far as scheduling the post ahead all at once, so that you're not sitting there scheduling individual posts either. So here I just have a little post on how do they clean out their wax. You'll be surprised that this particular post is probably my most interactive post that I get with people. For some reason, they always tell me that they use a butter knife, and but I love that, because that's when I'm like, no, use the cotton ball trick, like, but it gives you a way to engage with them. So again, I want that to go off again 7, 9 o'clock at night, because that seems to be a time that people are on Facebook. You want to try and schedule these posts like leading up to the event around the times that people will see them the most, which again are in the evenings. Schedule a post, and that's pretty much all that it is. Edit love list. This is just like, I pulled this from the catalog, like the fall and winter catalog is just like a love list of my favorites. I'll probably change this with the spring catalog or do something different. Again, you can literally do anything you want. You can use this format, or you can totally do whatever you want. But I just do something to kind of, buffer it in. Oh wait, that's the 8th, right? Oh, darn it. So you know what? Let me delete that one, because that's the day of our party. What am I doing? Why can't it be undone? Oh, okay. Okay, so that's on the 7th, and it'll show you the dates up here too, just if you're wondering. So here, this is the party night. So what I do on the party night, okay, I know that this is seeming long. The party day, because I do one post every day up to the day of the party. The party day, I post something in the morning, and then I post something a little bit later in the evening, and then I start posting like 30 minutes, 15 minutes, and 5 minutes right before the party. So the first day, or the day of the party at like 10 o'clock in the morning, I say, tonight's Real Consultants of Wax Slinging, Scentsy night. Flip through my online catalog. Now, you can literally do whatever you want, but I happen to use a digital publishing website where I uploaded the fall and winter catalog. So you could do this however you want. I'm going to do it for the new spring and summer catalog, but I'll show you really quickly what it is. It actually looks really pretty, and when people can actually flip right through it on their phone. It's called like calamio.com, and you can go and just upload this for free, and it creates like almost like a digital catalog. So on their phone, they can actually like flip with their thumb right through the pages, and it just looks prettier than going on the website. Again, you do not have to do that, but that's just what I do. So you can, once you do that, you copy the link like up at the address bar of your published, catalog, and then you just click it here and then link it with this link button, and it'll pull from it right there. So this is the post that I put up at night. Flip through my online catalog, screenshot your favorite item, and post it in the comments. You always want to give them like a call to action, something to say like, go to my website, or comment below if you'll be joining, or, let me know your favorite scent. Let me know, something like that, where you're kind of giving them an action to do something to get them engaged. Do they respond all the time? No. But, you're better off putting in something like that, because then otherwise they're not going to do it. Anyway, and then I said something like, you may just be glad you did, because that's the thing. We cannot talk about personal specials or prizes or giveaways or things like that on a Facebook party, even if it's a private party, okay? So so that's what I said. You may just be glad you did, wink, wink. This is from an old thing, so I'm just gonna delete that. And then this is the day of the party. I usually put this up in the morning, so I'll say around 10 o'clock. This will go up on the party, schedule post. Okay, and then as we get a little closer, like here, I'm gonna do like a 15-minute thing. I might do a post in between this one. I've realized, like with my parties, I think I need to do a post at like 30 minutes, but this is usually my 15-minute post. Hey everybody, I'm super excited to party with you all tonight. I'm getting everything set up, and by getting set up, I mean getting into my coziest banana jammies and grabbing a tasty beverage. I just found a picture of like a toddler in their pajamas on Google, and I just like posted my face on it. So, but yeah, and then I say, see you back here in 15 minutes to remind them like, hey, get over here, it's 15 minutes. So that's gonna be on the day of the party. And the party's what, at 10, so I set it for 9:45 p.m. Oh, and you can also, by the way, you guys set the time zone too. So whatever the time zone is for your party that's happening, make sure you check the time zone, because I have a lot of people, especially with Facebook parties, where they're like across the country. So you want to make sure you're setting it to the proper time. Otherwise, all your posts that you set up and took the time to set up are going to be like, you know, coming out at a different time. You don't want that. So that's set up. So always just double check the time zone and all that. And then I do a 5-minute post where it kind of talks about like what's going to happen during the party. So party starts at 5 minutes, and it will only be 60 minutes from start to finish, so don't be late, because I don't want them to think like it's going to be this long drawn out thing. I'm letting them know ahead of time it's only 60 minutes. So I do 60-minute parties, but you guys can literally do whatever you want. But again, as we go on the party day and the days leading up, you'll see how I do my parties and how I crunch it into 60 minutes. Before I started doing 60-minute parties, I was really nervous about it because I was so used to doing 12 hours. And I'm like, how am I going to get all that? And how am I going to get people to buy in like 60 minutes? But you'd be surprised. Going live, honestly, is going to be the best thing you can do at your Facebook parties. So I tell them there's going to be 4 party posts just to let them know, like have an idea of what's coming, so that they don't think like, oh, this is boring, or it also gives them an idea of something to look forward to also, so that they stick around. They'll be numbered 1 through 4. I do number them, whatever. This idea I got from Kimberly Polito, as I mentioned. I thought that was a really good idea. So that's the thing too. You could always take ideas from other people and, you know, either use them or make it your own. Like, do whatever works for you. It's so good for us to share ideas and stuff with each other, but you have to also do what works for you and be unique and use your own wording and all this other stuff, because, you know, I mean, you could totally take my wording if you want, but I'm just saying, like, you know, try and stand out, because those are going to be the types of things that are going to draw your customers into you. So this post just goes up 5 minutes before. Okay, and then I have the roll call post. Okay, now my roll call post. So roll call is as soon as the party starts, I want to know who's here, check in, and I always tell them, tell me your name, where you're from, and tell me one word to describe your hostess, because you want them getting involved with the fact that that's their hostess. And also it makes your hostess feel like, you know, oh, they're thinking about me, how nice, I love that. Like, it gets the host excited, but also you'd be surprised that like what the things the guest will say about the hostess can kind of tell you. Like, I did a party the other night for a hostess, and all her guests were like, she's such a go-getter, she's like, she doesn't back down, she doesn't stop. So when people say that to me, I'm like, oh, okay, Scentsy lady. Like, so it kind of gives you a little insight as to what people think of your hostess too, or even your other guests. Like, it gives you an idea. And each person that comments on that roll call, I comment back individually to them. If someone ever comments on my Facebook party, I never ignore them, ever. I always comment back to them, and, you know, especially on the roll call post. But if they have a question or if they've liked something or whatever, I make sure I always respond back to them on a Facebook party. I never ignore them because those are connections that you're making and people that you could possibly someday add to your Facebook or become a customer, or each person that participates in your party is a new contact for you. So it's important for you to establish that relationship right from the start. Friendly, you know, outgoing, bubbly, however it is that you want to be with those customers, but some way to tell them like you're their Scentsy lady. If they need to go to you for anything, like you're their girl. So that's basically what I do with the roll call post. As they comment their, you know, hey, it's me, my hostess is whatever, I comment and I say something like, hey, Jennifer, thanks so much for joining the party. So excited to get started, whatever. And then move on to the next person. I do that every single person that comments. I also send an individual message to each person as soon as the roll call post goes up, because I start my live party at 9:35. I usually do my parties at 9:30. I start my party at 9:35. So from 9:30 to 9:35, that gives me 5 minutes to individually message each person that responded going to that event. Even though my hostess has done that, I still do it myself because I want to personally connect with them. So I'll actually show you what I say to them. But so whatever, the roll call post, let me just get this set up real quick. So this is going to go, but this party goes at 10 actually for our team. Typically, like I said, I do it 9:30. And we're almost done here, guys. I know we're kind of running late. Okay. 10 p.m. roll call. Okay. Right. So now my party is all set. So if I go back here to the Manage My Post page and pull up my party, this is everything that's already been posted. Okay. So if we go back here, we'll see it. Okay. So this would have been like tonight at 9 o'clock leading up to the event. And then tomorrow there'll be another one like that, like an engaging post, okay? And everything that's been posted and everything that's about to post. So always go back and double check everything that you have pending so that you know it's ready to go. I actually should have more posts in here, but I'm not going to waste your time and show you. You'll see them as they come up. But this is just to give you an idea of how I schedule it. But after the live video, I always put up a post that links to my Facebook business page with like images of the fall and winter stuff. So, damn it. Maybe I should show you that now just so you could see what I'm talking about. You know what? I'm not going to show you that now because I don't want to waste your time, but it's literally the same exact, like literally how I do that, the same way I schedule it. You'll see it as we do the party. Okay, so I'll explain it on the day of the party. I'll explain what that post is to you guys and show you what I mean. But that's how I schedule it. And what was I going to do? Oh, so for my, once I get the party going, I message a guest. You can go right to here on your party and say message guest. I'm not going to do it because I don't want to message everybody. But you could send it as a group message, which I highly suggest do not ever do that because you do not want to come off spammy. And when you mass message people, you know, inbox people, or especially advise your hostess not to do that, like it has to be personal one by one. So you can literally type up something one by one. I want to see something that I maybe have sent to an old hostess. Don't mind this. I'm like in someone else's thing right now. Hold on. Oh, here, this is perfect. So what I do when each person that responds to that Facebook party that says going or maybe, I send this to people say going maybe, a quick message, and I'll post this in our party again. You're more than welcome to use this script if you'd like. And I send a copy, like a link to the event on Facebook. And I say, hey, I'm Patty, you know, so-and-so's new friend and Scentsy consultant. I just want to introduce myself and thank you for responding to her 60-minute Facebook party and let you know that we are just about to start her party. Or if the roll call post went up, I would say that we just kicked off her party. And then I say it should be fun. Stop by while you can. I know Catherine's super excited about her party and that you'll be able to attend. If you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to ask. I love talking about Scentsy. I always tell people, I love talking about Scentsy. I love this business so much. You know why I say that? Because I want people to know, like, I eventually want people to love this business and see, like, I want them to see my passion so that they want to join. If you don't show people that, they're not going to want to. So I always make sure, no matter what I do, and you'll see during my Facebook parties how I incorporate my business into it. I show pictures of, like, my, you know, the incentive trip that I went on, and I talk about how I earned that with my family. You know, I might pull up, like, at world premiere, like they just gave us this exclusive bar, I might pull this up and be like, this smells like popcorn. Oh, by the way, we got this at world premiere where you know, Scentsy sends us on, you know, these events. And well, like I kind of do little blurbs and stuff like that purposely so that people hear these things. And I'm very genuine about it when I talk about it. It's not like I'm lying. They actually did send us, but I make it a point to say these things, because if you don't tell these things to people, they're not going to know, you know? So it's important for you to do that. That's besides the point. I'm going off on a tangent now. I will definitely talk about that all during the party. But like I said, so I just do a little quick blurb with the link to the event. Here's the event in case you missed it, whatever. Most of the time, honestly, people don't see this. You know, especially if you're not friends with them on Facebook, sometimes they won't see that. But whatever, I still send it anyway. Sometimes people do see it and then it gets them to come on, but it creates that initial connection. And then sometimes they see it a few days later and they'll message me back and they'll be like, oh, I'm so sorry I missed this, but I was at the party. Or, oh, I'm sorry I missed this, I wasn't able to go to her party, but I do love Scentsy. Like, you never know who you can connect with just by sending a personal message. You know, and anybody who's ever ordered on a party, I personally message them right away. I do also send them a thank you packet in the mail like a day or two later, but I will personally message them right away, or after the party rather. Once the party's over, I go through my orders and I see who ordered, and I individually message them on Facebook, and I say, trying to see what we got here. Oh, here. I say, oh, okay, so here's a good thing. If I had somebody who, like, let's say, joined the party last night, they were participating on the party, but they didn't order anything, and then we still have the party link open, I may send them a message myself. Like, I tell my hostess to do this too. But I, myself, you know what? You could tell your hostess to do anything, okay? And yes, hostess coaching is so important, but you cannot rely on your hostess to do nothing. And I'm sorry to say that, like, on Facebook specifically, hostess coaching can be very hit or miss, okay? So it's important to get your hostess excited. Yes. Is it important for her to comment on everything? Yes. Is it important for her to personally message her guests? Yes. However, you're the Scentsy consultant. You need to make that connection with people. So that's why I go out of my way to personally message people. So, hey, Nicole, thank you so much for joining Katz's party last night. I hope you enjoyed the fun. Just want to let you know we're leaving her party open until 8 p.m. tonight. So let me know if you have any questions at all or need help bundling items to get you some savings. And I always like emphasize on that, because then they're going to be like, ooh, I could get some savings. And then I say, I'm going to add you on Facebook. I never say, do you want me to add you on Facebook? Or feel free to add me on Facebook. I always say, I'm going to add you on Facebook. And then what I do is I click add friend. Most of the time they add me. A lot, you know, maybe once in the blue, I'll get somebody who won't. But for the most part, people will add me. But I say, I'm going to add you on Facebook. If you ever have any issues at all, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm always posting about Scentsy and current promotions and stuff. Thanks again. Like, something to just kind of make that initial connection. Because you know what? You need more eyeballs on Facebook. And Facebook, although I feel you guys have heard me talk about it, you can't successfully build your business on Facebook. You could use it as a tool, but that is the majority of where we spend our time in our business, posting on Facebook. And eventually those people in your small circle are going to get sick of the Scentsy things that you're posting. So you want to make sure that you're adding people constantly on Facebook, new customers. Anytime you get a new customer, a new contact, or a potential host, potential recruit, add them on Facebook. And make sure you're consistent with your posting on Facebook. You know, you don't want to add them on Facebook and then you're posting nothing but negativity. So that is a whole nother topic for another day. So I'm not going to go into that. But my whole point is that I just always like to try and make, you know, those little connections with someone, something to break the ice, to let them know I'm a real person. I'm here if they need any, you know, Scentsy concerns or questions or anything like that. I'm your go-to girl. You could come to me. And I add them on Facebook. And then the people who have ordered, I just kind of say, I don't know, like I'm trying to see like who ordered, whatever, like people who have ordered it. I just basically say, thank you so much for your order. Your order should be in about 10 days or so. You know, it was great chatting with you on the party. I'm going to add you on Facebook. If you ever have any questions at all, let me know. I love to talk about Scentsy, like something like that. That's basically all it is that I do. And like I said, it's ready to go now. So come the day of, all I have to do is, wait, I need to move this out of the way. All I have to do, is just do my live video. So on the day, you'll see on my party when I do it is, I have like warmers and stuff set up. So you'll see how I do that. But that's basically all that I do. Like I just schedule ahead of time so that come the day of, I'm not sitting here posting all day. Like it really is such a time saver doing these ahead of time. So I'm going to just quickly go through these comments because I see there's a lot of things here. I'm going to try and answer them. And if anything, we'll just open up the mic so that if you guys have any questions, let me just see. Here. Sorry for the Mickey background. Flyers. Until we get the hang of makeup flyers, can we use any of the ones you use, like what you need to put on party? Yes, the flyers that I put up, you are more than welcome to use. However, the ones that have my face on it and I put like a watermark on it, obviously you don't want, it has my info. Like even if you crop my face out, it's still gonna say Patricia Morrow, Independent Scentsy Director on it. So I wouldn't advise using those, but I think what I'm gonna do, if you guys are up for it, I can do another call like this tomorrow night, like around 10 o'clock again, or actually my husband's home tomorrow. So I could probably do it like around 9 o'clock. Or even 8, like we'll figure it out, like something where a time that's good for everyone. And I can actually do my flyer tutorial tomorrow night if you guys are up for that. Are you guys up for that? I could do something like that tomorrow too. So that way at least you see ahead of time before we go into the party how I create my flyers. That is super easy and I use that for everything, like aside from like Facebook parties. I'm not like a pro in it, but I've just seen things that I've learned, myself. Like YouTube, you guys, is literally your savior. You can literally YouTube or Google any type of tutorial whatsoever. Everything that I've learned on YouTube, like believe it or not, even if it's not Scentsy related, like I don't know, direct sales organization, like anything, how to create flyers, how to get, like my whole follow-up system I found on YouTube, like it's crazy. So that's another thing that we have tomorrow at 11:30 in the morning, Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to be showing you guys my follow-up system, which I'm so excited about because I have been talking about this, as I'm sure most of you know, for quite some time right now. I'm getting really freaked out because I see D twice. Do you see that? What is that? I just like started. I was like, wait a second, that D's on, and then I was like, wait, she's on there too. And it's so weird. Sorry. So yeah, like I said, my follow-up system, I'm really excited to show you guys because I've been talking about it for a really long time and it has completely changed my business. So if you can jump on the call tomorrow at 11:30, it will definitely be, I'll record it if you can't, but obviously the live part is obviously best because we can interact. But yeah, 11:30 tomorrow, I'm going to be doing the follow-up call. And then maybe tomorrow, like around 8 or 9, I can set up another call where where I show you guys how to do flyers quickly. It's very self-explanatory. It's very easy. And once you get the hang of it, like, it's fun because you want to stand out from people. You don't want to have the same exact thing. If you watch that video that I put in on the event, on the party that's happening, the mock party, of Kimberly Polito, and she talks about her top 5 like Facebook tips, she even says, like, think of all those consultant groups out there that have flyers everywhere. All those consultants are pulling the same thing, and you're not the only Scentsy consultant on your friend's newsfeed, most likely. So a lot of times they're going to be seeing double posts. Think about how many times we all steal posts from each other. Our friends in common see that. And how genuine does that look? So those are things you have to think of. And if you really do want to stand out to your customers, those are types of things to do. So that's a whole nother topic for another day. We could talk about that, like I said, tomorrow night, if we do the flyer call. But that's pretty much that. Sorry, I have to leave. I have a house full of people. Yvonne, you poor girl. You always got a house full of people. Will you post these wait, hold on. Will you post those to to look at later review and make it personal as well for the one who has ordered? Christine, I'm gonna unmute you because I don't know what you were talking about. What are you saying?
The messages you were sending to customers in private messaging?
Yes, I will definitely post a script of what I send to my hostesses when I book the party, and kind of like a little bit of hostess coaching. Honestly, my hostess coaching, I feel needs to be better. Like that's something that I've realized myself, especially after going to leadership and seeing this new what they talked about at World Premiere with the Party with the Purpose training. Like they talk about this whole hostess coaching thing. So like that was something if you guys went to world premiere, you understand what I'm talking about, the party with a purpose training that they're coming out with. Like that made me be like, I need to step up my hostess coaching game, because like it sucks, especially on Facebook. Like Facebook parties, your hostess coaching needs to be extra, like, because you're not in person. Like you have to be like, this is what's going to happen. I am actually debating getting my hostesses on the freaking phone face to face and being like, listen, girl, we're going to get you some free and half price Scentsy, because I can't even tell you how great it's been since I've been doing face-to-face chats with you guys. And even I've been doing face-to-face chats with new consultants and potential consultants too. And it has really made all of the difference in them and where they want to take their business or do things because of that interaction. So to even do that with like a hostess, I would totally be like, hey girl, listen, I'm going to video chat you in like 10 minutes. Can you chat? Like something like that to get her excited, because you also want them to see your personality. So now that I said that, my wheels are turning. I think I might start doing that, because I've been using Facebook voice messenger and Facebook video chat, Facebook messenger video chat, like for everything. It's been freaking awesome. And it's a time saver. So you're not sitting there like, you know, breaking your thumbs, like messaging people. The bigger your customer base grows, the bigger your team grows, you are going to be on your phone all the time. Message, like it gets, so if you guys, when you talk to me and I'm like, hey, it's because it literally is so much quicker for me to just talk a quick message like this than it is for me to sit there. And I get so frustrated because I have very fast fingers and I talk very fast. So like when I'm on my phone and it kind of freezes up, I'm like want to throw my phone and I'm like, I can't deal with this freaking phone right now. So I'm going on a tangent, but you get what I'm saying. I'm just gonna look at these last couple of questions. Is that going to be recorded? Yes, I will definitely make sure to record the follow-up system. And yes, okay. All right, so does anybody else have any questions? I'm gonna unmute you. Oops, sorry, what did I do? Oops. Does anybody else have any questions at all? Anyone?
Why did you turn the volume down? Huh?
Did you record everything?
Yes, I recorded right before I started sharing my screen. Like I just yeah, basically I recorded everything.
I was watching football.
$125.
I don't even see who won, honestly.
The Patriots won.
She's like,
we won.
Yeah, I'm not a football gal. I always want to be, like during these times, I always want to be like, yeah, go, Giants. And I'm like, my husband likes Giants. So yeah, Giants, yeah, woohoo.
I literally jumped up on my coffee table. I was like crazy, screaming. Yeah, it was insane.
This is so funny.
Sorry for the noise. I don't know if you can hear it, but there's a party in this house right now. So
I know. You know what? When I scheduled this, I totally, obviously, just like I'm not into football, so I was like, oh yeah, let's do it Sunday, and I just wasn't even thinking.
I'm not really into it.
I'm sorry, guys. I completely forgot. Like I know a lot of people are, and I completely forgot. So thank you for coming on this call so late, and you know, during Super Bowl. So, but anyway, if nobody else has any questions, I'll let everyone go. And like I said, the what's it called? The posts will be coming up, like the ones that we just scheduled, you're going to see come up each day, okay, as they come up. And then the day of the party, I'll do the live video. I'll show you, and I'll post some other things in there that I think will be helpful for you guys for Facebook parties. But definitely get out of your freaking comfort zone and go live on your Facebook parties. I'm telling you, it will do amazing things, like so much better than you just like posting things. I normally hate Facebook parties. I used to do them all the time, but I don't mind doing them now as long as I can get myself set up like this and as long as I know my hostess is excited for it. So I've actually been doing something new since world premiere with my hostesses, because I was like, I need to really step up my hostess coaching. So what I do now is I've only been doing it with like my February hostesses, but what I do is I message them and I tell them, because it's important to find out what they want from their party, like their wish list. So as I'm messaging them, and I will post a script for this for you guys so you guys know what I'm talking about, but just to quickly tell you, like, I'll message them right when it's booked, like right when the party's booked or right when I set it up. And I'm like, hey girl, I got you set up for your event. You're all good. Like, I'm just getting your party set up. Do me a favor. In the meantime, while you're waiting for me to set up your party, this is my website. I want you to go on there and go ahead and look over all of the things that you want. Don't worry about the cost right now because we're going to try and get you as much free Scentsy as possible. And then she's like, okay. So she comes back to me a little later and says, well, I need some new bars, obviously. And I've been really thinking about the diffusers. That's my chance to be like, I know she needs 2 half-price items for a diffuser. So I'm like, okay, well, you want a diffuser. We're going to try and at least get you that for half price. So your party goal needs to be at least $400. So I'm going to send you some scents. You're going to share those around with your friends for pre-orders. All those orders will count towards your party. Like, I don't give them the option. I basically just say, I'm going to send you some scents. Like, I'm not like, hey, do you want to take a basket party on top of that? Because they're going to say, no, what is that? I'm like, I kind of like let them know, but I make it fun. I'm not like, oh, so I'm going to send you this thing. If you feel like sharing it around, like, you could, if you like, it's all about how you present it to people. So I make it very exciting and fun, and look at her with her buddy. And I'm like, I'm going to send you some scents to collect some pre-orders in the meantime. Do you think you have an idea of how many people would want to order? Because if you want to get that diffuser for free, whatever. And with our new party page, you guys, if you have not watched the training from Scentsy, it's amazing. Our new party page on our website. I don't know if you've been using it lately, but it is so amazing. I love it because you can upload a video if you want. I haven't done that yet, but I plan to create a video, put it on YouTube, and then link the video so that when your hostesses and your guests go to her party link, they're going to see your video come up right away. And you could say something like, hey guys, thanks for joining so-and-so's party. I can't wait to chat with you later on the live event, blah, blah, blah. Like, videos, everything. But for now, I just have a picture. Actually, let me show you really fast what I'm talking about. Has anybody here used the party page yet? Like the thing? And I actually have you all muted, so there's no way I can even hear you if you hold on a second. What's going on here? There we go. So, okay. Patricia's party. Actually, see, this is what I'm talking about because my other party ended. Okay, so either way, this is basically what it looks like, but normally I have it, like, what the hell is that? Normally I have it set up more. You could put like a little description. This is where you would put your video or your picture. Like here I have a picture that says, it's basically the picture on the event, and it says join the live event. You can, when they click this picture, you could bring it right to the freaking Facebook page, like right to the event. It's awesome. She could share it to her Facebook page, like take this little link, your party link, right to her Facebook page. These 3 items can either be 3 items that you highlight, but I've been doing where I tell my hostess, tell me your top 3 favorite items and a quick sentence on why you love them, because I'm going to feature your favorite items on your party link for your guests to see. So I do that, and like she told me, she's like, oh, I really want the diffuser. I like a thunderstorm bar and whatever, like something else. And then down here, not only will it have a description, but it will actually have like what you said too, or what the hostess said, and you could set that up when you're opening your party. So that's a whole nother training I could show you guys, but like I said, Scentsy has an awesome training on it, and it's on our team page. If you just search party page, or new website, new PDF, I'll like repost it or bump it up or something. But they have an awesome training on it, and it's, even if you just play around with it, like it's really awesome. Our new website is just seriously amazing for that purpose. Like they're on point with that. Hold on, I'm trying to move this over. Scentsy's on point with that. As far as like helping us get our businesses out there and marketing ourselves, like they literally have helped step up our game so much. So it's all about what we're doing with the tools that Scentsy is giving us. So anywho, I'm looking. Yes, see, exactly. Lori, I still cannot see you or hear you, so I don't know what's going on here. But anyway, I'll let you guys go. It's already now an hour into the call, so thank you all so much for joining. I love these chats. I want you to know real quick before we get over here, I have lots of these ideas coming up for us and our team. I have lots of things that I want to show you, lots of things that I do in my business that I can now share my screen and show you, such as my follow-up system, how I create flyers. Like I have a lot of, I do like customer newsletters that I want to show you how I do. So I'm really excited about that. But regardless of that, these calls in general, us getting on here, not on Facebook Live, not on like, you know, us just communicating on Facebook. It's a time where we are literally all coming together, even to just bounce ideas around with each other is so important. It's so important when when you can connect with people who get you and who understand your Scentsy passion and ideas and all that. So anyway, I'm going to go because clearly I ramble like nonstop. So anyway, I'll let you all go and we'll talk later. I hope this was helpful. Bye, guys.
Bye. Thank you.
No problem. Bye.